Gentleman's game here. So if you've ever tried an online dating app like Tinder, you know how hard it can be to get matches unless you have your profile on point. Reality is, the competition can be pretty high, so if you don't stand out, you're not going to be drowning in matches like you might expect. But even on the semi-rare occasion where you do get matched with a girl, what do you actually say to her? You can worry about getting to know her later on, but the first thing you message her, the opening text, has to be on point. I can't tell you the amount of times I've matched with a girl on a dating app and I text her something only for her to ghost or ignore me. So after a long time of experimenting with different things to say to her, I found a pattern for a few specific categories or types of texts that really tended to do well for me. And I'm gonna show you guys 4 specific opening messages you can try the next time you want to initiate a conversation with an attractive girl. But first, just wanted to say that we've just actually launched week 2 of my new exclusive Inner Circle program, which specifically covers how to optimize your online dating profile to get more matches with high quality women on these apps. After all, you can't message her on Tinder unless you match with her first. So if you are interested in working with me directly to help your online dating game, book a free one-on-one call with me or someone on my team in the description box below. So, the first category of the opening message that I love to send to girls is simply humor. There's nothing more charming than a guy who can make a girl laugh, even if it's just a little chuckle. But the key, of course, is to actually come off as funny. Too many guys try to be funny, but they're so uncalibrated with how they do it that they end up coming off as weird or creepy. That's why I'd refrain from using dark humor or overly sarcastic types of humor. You want to go for something a little more lighthearted and playful. And then if you find out later on she's the type of person who's actually into darker humor, then you can go for it. But just for the purposes of the opening message, again, lighthearted, wholesome humor is best. Here's a good example. Oh my god, does this mean we're boyfriend and girlfriend now? Again, not every girl might find this funny, but it's playful and lighthearted enough where, provided you seem like a cool enough guy, she'll be compelled to respond. Keep in mind, if she responds with, "No we're not," it's not a bad thing. Just the fact that she responded, as opposed to just ignoring you, is a step in the right direction. Here's another one. If you were to describe twerking to my granddad using only emojis, how would you do it, Angela? Again, not overly crude, just a bit of playful humor that gets her attention. And trust me, humor is an attractive breath of fresh air for her, since 99% of the guys she matches with hit her with a "hey" as an opening message. Not good. Now, the second type of opening message you need to try is to inspire a craving somehow. So here's what I mean by this. If you can somehow communicate an image to her, or a sensation that she really wants to experience, even if there's no context at all, something magical happens. First of all, she'll be way more likely to respond because you've just triggered something in her brain, a feeling of dopamine and pleasure. And second, she'll associate you with those positive feelings, so things will automatically be easier for you to hook her into a conversation and actually get her to meet up with you on a date eventually. So here's an example of something like this. Scientists have found that attractive women are more likely to prefer warm, gooey brownies over a freshly made slice of cheesecake. Do you concur? Again, it almost seems completely out of context. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Your only goal with the opening message is to catch her attention, to get her to respond and open up the doors for an actual flirty conversation. And believe me, there's not a lot of things in this world that'll trigger a woman's cravings like images of warm gooey brownies or freshly baked cheesecake. See, the thing is, it doesn't matter what her response is to this question because you can still pivot it into something playful or flirty. You just need something to work with. if you're able to zero in on whatever she's craving, now all of a sudden you have an alibi to take her out on a date. For example, if she responded that she agrees and loves warm gooey brownies, you could suggest baking some with her back at your place, provided you've done some flirting and you're sensing that she's interested. Overall, it's just a good type of text to use to easily set things up for something further down the line. Now, the third type of opening message you need to be trying is the connection qualifier. And here's how it works. You find something about her that you two have common ground on. Maybe you scour through her profile, find something she says in her bio, or some detail that you notice, something you can connect with her on. But instead of just blandly complimenting her on it, or saying, "Wow, I like that too," or something like that, challenge her on it. Not in a rude way, of course, but just enough to get her to stop what she's doing for a second and respond to you. Here's an example. You can say something like, "Oh, you're into house music too. That's pretty cool. But I hope you're not like one of those girls who just says she's into house music, but only knows like the top 5 DJs like Marshmello, lol." See, what you're accomplishing here are several things. You're relating to her in a way that makes you seem relevant to her. Like there's an actual reason she has now for meeting you. And also, by challenging her, you're kind of making it known to her that you're a high value guy who's not afraid to make it known the kind of girls he's looking for. See, if you were desperate, you wouldn't dare challenge her and risk making her not like you. But if you were a high value guy, you probably have other options, and you wouldn't be scared of giving any girl a little bit of shit, and filter out girls that you wouldn't like, since again, you're a cool fun guy with options. Girls can immediately pick up on these subconscious types of behavior. So by using the connection qualifier, she's first gonna think it's cool that you two already have something in common, but then she's also gonna be curious about you when you qualify her to meet your standards. The connection qualifier is one of my personal favorites, and it's gotten me and other guys I know great results, so definitely give it a try. And then the fourth and final type of opening message that I'm gonna recommend here today is the fun, quirky hypothetical. This one again relies on a bit of humor, which again, like we said earlier in the video, is one of the most powerful things you can use in the opening message. So here's an example. Quick, the whole world blows up in 20 minutes. You can pick any 5 species of animals to survive. Which do you choose? The reason I like this one so much is, again, it compels the girl to respond. I mean, not just a girl, but anyone really. If someone asked you a fun, thought-provoking question related to a hypothetical scenario, like, let's say you're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, you get to choose any superpower from the X-Men, which do you choose? You'd have fun with that question and want to answer, right? Same thing with the girl. She's probably gonna respond because this quirky hypothetical is much more fun than the 99% of other guys on Tinder that just message her a simple, "Hey." And again, since this whole opening message is already giving a fun, low-pressure vibe, it'll be easy to maintain that kind of vibe throughout the course of the text, before you eventually want to make plans to see her or whatever your goal is. So that's it for the video, guys, and to summarize again, today we talked about 4 different types of opening messages that you guys need to be trying when you're initiating conversation with a girl online, which are humor, inspiring a craving, the connection qualifier, and the fun, quirky hypothetical. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Have you tried any of these messages yourself, and how did it work out for you? As always, if you want my free 5-page PDF on the fundamentals of attraction, check out the link in the description box below. Next week, I have something planned you're not going to want to miss, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Peace.